What's up YouTube, JP here, and I'm at it again with the Hall sensing thumbsticks. So we did the Switch, then we did the AYN Odin Pro, and you've guessed it, now we're doing the Steam Deck. So without further delay, let's dive in. So we've gone through the benefits of Hall sensing thumbsticks in the past when we've done the Switch, but a quick recap, basically how they work is they use magnets to detect the position of the thumbstick. And because they use magnets, there's no contact or wear and tear, so they won't get stick drift and they'll last a lot longer. Now the Steam Deck is a fantastic device and it's also pretty cheap. You look at the Steam Deck compared to all the other handheld gaming PCs and it's one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest. And they had to cut some corners somewhere. So just like all the other manufacturers like PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, etc., they don't use Hall sensing thumbsticks because they are more expensive. But if you've already got the device, they're not that expensive compared to replacement original ones. So changing the thumbsticks on the Steam Deck is the second best upgrade, because the first upgrade that you want to be doing is getting yourself that 64 gig model and then upgrading it with a bigger SSD. You'll save money and you can go a lot bigger than 512 gig. Now before you go jumping in and buying a set of these GuliKit thumbsticks, there's something really important to note here. There's two different types of thumbsticks available for the Steam Deck. There's type A and type B. So there's two types of thumbsticks for the Steam Deck. Type A, which you can have the tactile sort of sensor, there's a wire that comes off that gets soldered and that wire actually goes to the thumbstick cap itself. Now what these are actually doing is letting the Steam Deck know when you're resting your fingers on those thumbsticks, because you can use them for various things. So unfortunately if you have the type B thumbsticks, you can still fit them but you won't be able to use those tactile sort of hold your fingers on there for various functions. One example that I can think of is when you rest your thumbs on the thumbsticks, it kind of activates gyro mode, so then you can move the Steam Deck around to aim. I don't really use that function, so if I did have the type B sticks, I'd have still fitted the GuliKit, because not having stick drift problems means more to me. So the first thing you need to do is find out which type you have. So let's jump on over to the Steam Deck and I'll show you where the settings are that will basically tell you if you have type A or type B. So now we're on the Steam Deck, you're going to want to push the Steam button, then go to Settings. Next, go down to System, and then keep scrolling until you see Steam Deck Controller ID. The first four letters, MEDA, basically means I have type A thumbsticks. Now if yours reads MHDA, then you have type B thumbsticks. So as you can see, I have type A thumbsticks, and that's great news because all I have to do on each thumbstick is desolder that wire, take the caps off, put them onto the GuliKit, and then I can just solder them back on, replace them, and happy days. So let's unbox that GuliKit now and see what you get. So as you can see, it comes in a white box. Now this is the GuliKit Hall sensing thumbsticks for the Steam Deck, and I got mine from Amazon for about £25, $25. Now inside there's a really nice plastic case to protect them, and then it's got some squidgy foam sponge stuff to keep them in place. Looking at the thumbsticks themselves, they don't look nothing special. They're direct replacement parts for the originals. Now you do get some documentation here, basically telling you about the buttons on the back of the thumbsticks to zero them in, but more about that later. So as you can see, that's not much of an unboxing. You basically get the two thumbsticks, the right and the left. So I think it's time we get these installed. So I bet you can guess what I'm going to say next. This isn't an install tutorial, so we're going to fast forward through the footage. I'm sure you don't want to be sitting here watching me undoing screws. So once you've got the two new thumbsticks installed, don't put them back on the Steam Deck back on yet, because what you need to do is turn the Steam Deck on, wait until it gets to the Steam OS where you can select your games and stuff, and then there's two buttons, one on each of the thumbsticks. What this does is, without touching the thumbsticks or moving them around, push the button on each of the thumbsticks and that should zero it out to the resting position. So the Steam Deck is actually reading 00 on the X and Y axis for both sticks. So of course once you've done that part, you can then put the back on the Steam Deck. Now don't forget, the smaller screws are the 4 in the middle, and then the outer 4 are the larger screws. So now you've got the back on, we can go back over to the Steam Deck because there's some settings we can play with here. We can make sure that the thumbsticks are reading 00 on both axes, but what we can also do is reduce the dead zone size. Because Hall sensing thumbsticks are a lot more accurate, we can actually reduce that quite a bit. So now we're back on the Steam Deck, you're going to want to push the Steam button, and then again go to settings. This time we're going to go down to controller. Then we can go to test device input. As you can see at the bottom there, the left stick and the right stick both read 0.0, and then when we move the thumbsticks around, the values will change. Next, let's go and reduce that dead zone. So if you back out of the menu and go to Calibration and Advanced Settings, this is where we can do that. Now you've got settings for the left stick and the right stick here. So let's go to the left stick and reduce it down. Now I'm going to reduce it down all the way to 2000, and I'm going to do that for both thumbsticks. But as you'll see in the video, that was just a bit too low. So if we go back out of here and go back into the testing, now I'm not touching the thumbsticks, but you can see they're glitching all over the place. So that's no good. So what we need to do is just increase that dead zone just a little bit. So if you back out, go back into Calibration and Advanced Settings, and then go back into the thumbsticks, we can actually get that changed. So this time I'm going to set it to 4000, and I'm going to do that for both thumbsticks. Once we've done this, we can then go back and check to see if it's still reading 00. And of course it is. Both are reading 00, and then when I touch the sticks, the values change. So this is perfect, and this is how I'm going to leave it. So in summary, this is a great upgrade for your Steam Deck, having that peace of mind knowing that you're not going to use it one day and you're going to have stick drift. Now I found it really easy to install, and the only problem that some people might have is actually soldering that wire on. But as far as soldering goes, it's the easiest kind of soldering you can do. So I'm going to end the video here. If you need help with any of the topics covered in this video or any other video, you can get support by joining the official Alien and Retro Gaming Discord server. Link will be in the description below. And if you find value in my videos, please like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads. I'm JP, you've been watching Alien Retro Gaming, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Thank you.